Hey there, Magic One. Just before we get into your tarot reading, I wanted to jump in super quick, I promise, just with a few announcements for you. Should you want to arrange a personal reading or healing for yourself, you can do so at any time by either clicking the link to my website down below or visiting wildlotustarot.com. I do have a new little offering which I think is kind of cute. It's actually the most affordable way to get guidance from me, and in that reading I draw you a single tarot card from the beautiful Star Child Tarot and write you a handwritten letter about my interpretation of that card for you, and I post it to your letterbox. You can now show your support by becoming a member of my channel. If you head to my channel page and click the join button, there's a video there where I describe in detail what I'm offering for my two different levels of membership. Don't forget, the doors are always open to the initiation. That is my immersive Learn Tarot journey. You can sign up at any time and receive lifetime access to all of the learning materials, videos, online learning modules, practices, and in that course I am teaching my signature process to learn how to read tarot, not just from the head but from the heart, and go beyond the traditional card meanings, and how to put it all together and thread it into a story as well. So that's available at any time. I'll also link that down below for you. You can find me on Instagram if you'd like to stay connected and hear a little bit more about me. You can find the link down below, or you can find me at wild_lotus_tarot. I would love to have you over there with me as well. Till next time, sending you so much love and magic. Let's get on with your reading. Taurus, welcome to your tarot reading for August 29th through to September the 4th. Let's see what's on the cards for you. 9 card block is what we have. 3 recent past, 3 focus energy, 3 future outcome. Oracles, a lead tarot energy. I've turned over the bottom of the deck for you. So you got quite a lot of major arcana here, Taurus. You've got actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have a double up of the Hermit here, so that's powerful energy. The more major arcana that comes through, the more significant the situation is that you were dealing with. You also have an Ace here. So it feels like it is the time for you to break free. You know, it feels like the situation has gotten to a point where, you know, it's holding you back from maybe bigger dreams in your life, okay? We have to remember that the duration spent in a situation is not an indicator of its success. I really feel that this is a slate clearing transition phase for you. So we'll get to that. But on theme, the first oracle out is freedom. It's like a liberation energy. Judgment is a liberation energy. It kind of feels like this is the last call in this situation. It says, I no longer want this fiery ring of resentment to block the good. Release me from its bonds. Well, look, you may or may not be feeling resentful about this, but I just feel that the fiery ring of resentment is this devil energy at the center of the reading. It feels like it's time to break free and go your own way, because we know that the devil energy is like a bondage, okay? A self-imposed bondage though, because we're choosing to stay in it. So it's about recognizing the fact that it's not sustainable and that it is holding you back, so that you can then move on to the new path. Now, that's going to require you to balance spirituality with practicality. I've got the full moon and Pisces card here. It needs a practical plan, because without a practical plan, you know, we may have hopes, dreams and wishes and insights that we need to move on. But if we don't actually push that first domino, if we don't take that first step, if we don't have those communications, then generally nothing will happen. And then we can be, you know, almost wishing and wanting tower moments, right? The universe to step in and take control, but that can lead to sudden profound change that we're not ready for, we're not ready to respond to. You have the opportunity, Taurus, especially with your minor arcana at the end of the reading, to initiate this yourself. So the Hermit is your lead tarot energy. It appears in the reading. This is Virgo energy, number 9 in the major arcana. And you've been reflecting on this for some time. Okay, so you know, if this is your reading, you know what situation I'm talking about. It could be different for all of you. This could be, you know, a job situation. I am feeling more of a family relationship setting with that Ten of Pentacles though, but you can relate it to your circumstance. I think you've been having those insights or intuitions for a while that there may be a new chapter for you, and that, you know, you're not fully happy where you are here. Now, you know, you've had that reflection, but now it is time for you to take action on that. I think there's an element of within this situation, even though you might be surrounded by a family and partner and some kind of network here, you're feeling alone in this situation. You're feeling isolated and you're just not feeling heard, or that there is a soul connection here. And I think that's the piece that started, that was the little piece of sand to your oyster, you know, that's that little point of irritation that maybe has become a resentment here, because you know you deserve more than that. So the Hermit says that you're seeking the new path, and at the moment you might not have quite known, Taurus, you know, where that first stepping stone is, but I think it's time to put that plan in place, and basically you can choose what that stepping stone is. But I do feel with the Death card here presenting that we are looking at an ending. This is a slate clearing energy where we have to acknowledge and accept that although I do feel the situation was happy at some point, it has had its season, it's had its heyday, it's had its summer, and now it's moving into its fall and winter stage where, you know, just like all cycles in nature, we either trim off the dead wood and we plant some new seeds and we have a new cycle here, or we pull it out from the roots, right, and we prepare the foundation to take a completely different type of seed here. So we are looking at transformation or ending here. Now, if a transformation, both parties need to be on board for that, and I don't feel that I'm seeing that here, okay? So with the Death energy, we're encouraged to surrender to those endings with, you know, lovingly, with acceptance, okay? And knowing that, you know, sometimes that is a good thing for everyone involved. It may not make sense till down the track for everybody, but in hindsight, you know, they will realize that. So Six of Cups, the Moon, Ace of Cups. I feel that this is the situation that you're coming from. Now, the Six of Cups, you could have been in this situation from quite a bit younger than you are now. Like if this is a relationship, this could have been a childhood romance, a first love, or you married young. Somebody that you maybe had a friendship with from young. There's memories here, okay? There's nostalgia, there's memories, and there's been growth together. There's been growth together, but I feel like it's reached its growth peak. The Moon is here, and it kind of seems that there could be like separating into a little bit of separate lives here, okay? The Moon can be where we sort of feel like we're growing apart, like we might not feel like we know that person anymore. They might be changing and shifting, and as part of that process, they may not be connecting and communicating with us the same. So they're starting to, it can be about keeping secrets, but it's more starting to live through the internal world. All right, and it could be you actually, because with the Hermit energy, it is really about turning inward. So maybe it's you, Taurus, who's like, I'm just, you know, because you're here for your tarot reading, right? And you're not here for a tarot reading unless you are considering deeper realms than the 3D. So maybe your partner doesn't share that with you, and you're looking for the Ace of Cups again that you probably had at one point in this connection, that it fulfilled you, it filled you up, you spent hours talking, you connected at soul level for where you were at that stage in your life, which feels like a younger, you know, less mature version, which is just where you were at the time. But you're moving into deeper, more spiritual cycles now, Taurus, and you're really wanting someone who can meet you at that new level of depth, and I just don't feel that it's here. The Moon also talks about subconscious, visions, insights, intuitions coming through for you that's saying, hey, you know what, maybe this is just not right for you. It might be, you know, we could have been looking at a soul contract here, but it feels like it's coming to completion. 10 of Pentacles, there could be children, pets, a home, investments, assets, extended family involved here, and of course that just makes it that much tougher. In fact, for many people that I do personal readings for, that is the factor that has had them stay here for so long, and has them considering staying there for much longer too. So the devil says be very mindful of, you know, the obligations or the sacrifices on your happiness and what you're committing to here. And of course, with children involved, there might be, you know, well, I do plan to leave in the future, but I can't now. I'm going to wait until they are ready to leave school, or not to disrupt schooling, or, you know, there could be factors like that, and I respect that. But I feel like there will come a time, whether it's now or down the track, Taurus, that this needs to be addressed, because the devil can be a depleting energy, right? It's got the bat wings, it sucks the life force out of you. So you need to, you know, choose when it is the time here to balance spirituality and practicality and make your moves. You know, so there can be dependency, codependency. It can be that we're not wanting to disrupt the household. We're not wanting to split the assets, lose money, lose the home. We have to look at what's on the flip side of that coin, which is happiness. So I think that's the deep reflection that you're going through, Taurus. But I think you're also doing what I call some pre-grieving. 5 of Cups, which is that you're actually grieving for the loss of this connection while you're already in it. And when the time comes, when you decide to go your own way, I think that you will be ready, okay? You'll be ready to take the steps. I think what you are really dealing with here with the 7 of Cups, also an illusionary energy sits under the devil, is that maybe, you know, it grew to a certain point where you had shared vision, hopes and dreams, but I feel like there's been a separation or a severing of what you want in your lives, and that's just because you've grown, you know, you've got different life paths and you're different people. So I feel like there is a lack of what you'd hoped for the situation materializing right now. So with the 7 of Cups, we have to be careful that we don't just buy into the fantasy or the illusion of, oh, it'll happen in time, it'll change, but we actually bring that practicality into it and go, well, it is what it is. If it hasn't changed by now, it's unlikely to, right? Because, you know, the energy of the situation keeps giving you the same outcome unless there's the work of transformation here. So it's getting clear on that. And I think you are accepting, acknowledging and grieving for that. I also feel that if this is a relationship here for you, there is another one in your future. I see 2 of Cups behind you here. But this is part of your life lesson, Taurus, to be the one that takes the action here, which isn't always easy in a home context for a Taurus, because you love that stability, security, you love to put down those roots. And sometimes, you know, lovingly, Taurus, you can be just a little bit stubborn. So it's about you moving beyond that and calling the shots here. You are showing up in your king energy, no matter what gender you identify with here, because the King of Pentacles, Taurus, is somebody who will, you know, step into authority, who's going to step into the power that is going to take action. And I think you also know that you have the practical skills to recover from any perceived or real financial loss. You know, it feels like you can recover that because it's just in your nature, right? Ace of Cups. There is a new Ace of Cups. And hey, for some of you, maybe this is already presented and is the catalyst for you, you know, wanting to remove yourself from this current situation. It could even be that somebody has come back from the past, that there is the offer to connect with them. And I say that because that is one of the key meanings of the 6 of Cups. So either way, I think you know there is a new beginning that feels more aligned for you, Taurus, that's going to fulfill you at soul level, that's going to allow you to have that freedom that you want from a situation that's kind of become a bit of a burden or become a bit of a tie in a way that's not positive for everybody involved. So Taurus, that's what I have for you, and I will leave it there, but I do hope that resonated for those it's meant for. Do drop me a comment. I love to connect with you in that way, and please do hit subscribe before you leave as a way to support the channel, keep the readings coming. I'm wishing you so much love and magic for the week ahead and for your situation, Taurus. Do take care. Bye for now.